Hey there, it's Cassandra Solano. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in the state of California, and I'm a conscious relationship coach. So I help women who are feeling stuck in love, whether they're unhappy in their relationship or not able to find a relationship that is fulfilling, find the love that they want. And this is often done through peeling back layers of the onion, kind of going back down to maybe past relationships experiences, childhood experiences, because what we know and understand is that issues that are happening in our present, in our current life, are often formed by stories, beliefs about ourselves, about our life, about our value, our worthiness, what's possible for us. From our past experience. And how this showed up for me was watching my parents be unhappily married most of my life, as well as most of the adults in my life. It seemed to me that marriage was just something to be suffered. It was just something to check off the list that you do in life. It was like a to-do. And I saw movies and maybe other people have these marriages that were really full of fulfillment and joy and happiness, and oh, my partner is my best friend, and I thought, well, that's nice for them, but that's just not meant for me. And true story, even when I was engaged, I was in school to be a drug and alcohol counselor, and we did this values assessment, and we had like 12 values and we had to rank them. I put love and romance at the bottom of the list. During the happiest time of my life, when, being engaged, my life should have been all about love and romance. And I put career and family and service and finances, and there's nothing wrong with those things. There was other things on the list too. But I pretty much put everything else as more important because to me, based off of what I had seen and experienced growing up, love and romance just wasn't cut out for somebody like me. And I thought to myself, well, it's just not important because I'm never going to have that anyway. And so if you're thinking that love and romance just isn't that important, that you don't deserve it, that somebody like you can't have a healthy relationship, nobody in your family is happily married, so what is that anyways? We just, get married because it's what you're supposed to do. We get married and just put up with each other. Are you really going to look for that fulfillment, partnership, soul connection, best friend, ride or die relationship while you're dating in somebody that you decide to marry? Or is it just somebody that has a good job, they fit the bill, they're kind of good enough? And I'm really, with a lot of sadness in my heart, say that that's kind of how I went into my first marriage. And as I started to heal from my trauma, as I started to do a lot of inner work spiritually, psychologically, through spiritual modalities, through traditional psychology, and then as I became a therapist myself, learning what marriage could really offer, I learned how marriage, or if you don't believe in marriage, long-term relationship, could really be the center of your life in this deep, rich, fulfilling way. That a healthy romantic relationship could be the catalyst for healing your deep childhood wounds. It could be the gas that kind of fuels the fire of your hopes and your dreams, not to get cheesy, but your partner could be like the wind beneath your wings, to support you and help you be the best version of yourself. And I was like, oh, marriage can do all this? I think I want that. And I tried to get it for my first relationship. I tried for 5 years, and I did everything that I could do to try to make it work. And unfortunately, it just wasn't available to me in that relationship. And now I'm remarried. I'm in my second marriage. It's the most freaking awesome relationship. I think we have the healthiest relationship of anybody I know. And I say that like with a lot of confidence, actually. It doesn't mean we're perfect. It doesn't mean we don't get irritated or have misunderstandings or hurt each other's feelings, but we know how to come back from that. We know how to use these moments of what's called rupture or disagreement and to come back and hash it out and to hear each other out and to help heal the childhood wounds that are really being triggered in these arguments and repair. And truly, that's how we build intimacy in relationship, is through this rupture and repair process. It's like building a muscle. When we're lifting weights, you're rupturing the muscle, and then as the muscle heals and it repairs, it gets bigger and stronger. So imagine this is like a bicep, and it's like rupture, repair, rupture, repair. And every time we do this process, it gets bigger and stronger. And it's the same thing with our relationships. Like, we actually need to have conflict and we need to have ruptures. Obviously not like outright abusive or where we're disrespecting each other. There's always boundaries that, hopefully are being honored and respected in your relationship. But that disagreements need to happen. Those ruptures need to happen so we can come back together even stronger. And if you need help with this process of rupturing and then coming back together and learning how to repair, reach out to me, because a lot of folks just rupture and then they rupture and rupture and rupture, and they feel like they grow further and further apart because they don't have the skills for how do we come back? How do we not just like brush everything under the rug, like is what I saw growing up, and pretend like it's fine? How do we actually get to the deeper triggers and wounds and needs that are expressing themselves in this moment that want to be held and need to be met in the relationship through healthy communication? So your marriage or your long-term relationship, if it's not the wind beneath your wings, if it's not the fuel that is like helping, propel you to become the best version of yourself, if it's not the place where you go to get solace, to get comfort, to have fun and joy, then you can do something different, because you deserve better. And I absolutely believe that like everybody can have a healthy relationship. If after 20 years of toxic relationships, I can have a healthy relationship, and I can tell you some stories, and I was often the toxic one in these relationships too. If I can do it, y'all can do it, but you just need to get the right support and the right help. So if you would like to work with me, apply to work with me at the link in my bio. Otherwise, keep reaching out for support. Find someone you can talk to, whether it's in your insurance network, in a self-help group, at your church, but find someone to start healing with, because you totally deserve to have a phenomenal, on fire, awesome relationship. I absolutely believe that this world would be a better place if we were all healing in our relationships and had happier home lives. So if you're with me on this mission, reach out to me. I'd love to support you. All right, guys, I hope you're having a really good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.